What are you selling? Fish or vegetables? Yeah. Are you leaving? No. My dear backbenchers, please close the windows. Is there any newcomers by any chance? Hi, Karunaka. After a long gap, yeah, I miss you. Please be seated. Yeah. Are you from this batch only? Okay. Yeah. What is your sweet name? Okay. Yeah, please be seated. Bro? Yeah. Okay, I knew. Yeah. Next person. Tammudu. Okay. Yeah. Kaushika. Both are Kaushiks only. Yeah. Please be seated. Yeah. Actually, one chapter is already completed. So I can't do anything, but you have one option. You can go for YouTube videos. Yeah. TV is there, no? Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. So let me enter into second chapter of corporate accounting and audit. That is accounting for electricity companies. Already I told you in the second class of mine. So for me, accounting for banking companies, accounting for electricity companies, accounting for insurance companies are single chapter. Why? Because the weightage is 16 marks. 7 plus 7 plus 2. So already in previous session we opened 2 question papers. I promise you I'll open 5 question papers. So definitely I'll open remaining 3 question papers as well. So we covered June 25 and December 24, right? June 24 question paper, I'm opening it. Corporate accounting and audit. You can see MCQ number 5. A banking company needs to transfer a minimum of dash of its profits to reserve fund. That is concept number 6. Nothing but section number 70, 71 of 17 of Banking Companies Act. That is one MCQ. Next, coming to 7 marks question. Yeah, this question is from concept number 1. You have to find out rebate on bill discount. Actually, we have summer question, we can do it. So this is June 24 and December 23, syllabus 22. Again, paper number 10. No MCQ from banking, but already I covered this MCQ. This is audit MCQ, but I told in banking itself. So same percentage here as well. How much? 25%. Coming to problem. Yeah, this time they were not asked from banking. The one question is from insurance, one is from electricity. Yeah, that's it. That's all about previous 5 attempts question papers. Out of 5 papers, 4 times they asked question from banking companies. For you, they may or may not give. But for us, each and all three chapters are very, very important. That's why I told for me, those three chapters are single chapter only. Okay, now? Yeah. Let me enter into second part of first chapter, nothing but accounting for electricity companies. This chapter is also very, very easy chapter. But few things we have to remember. That is the only problem, but still okay. But first of all, give your notebooks with your beautiful hands and give a heading with your cute handwriting. Accounting for electricity companies. Shruti, good afternoon. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for being here, physically and mentally. I hope so. Geetanjali, all okay? Yeah. Samira, what happened? You're acting so innocently. Yeah, done. Listen carefully. So, normally every company should comply with the Companies Act 2013. But for electricity companies, along with Companies Act 2013, there is another act called Electricity Act 2003. Every electricity company, first of all, electricity company means who are producing electricity, who are generating electricity power, they have to follow Electricity Act 2003. Don't write anything, just give heading and listen very carefully. I will give you time for writing. Okay. Already I told you, first 20 minutes are very, very important for each and every new chapter, where I will discuss the basics or background of the topic. Listen. So I think everybody of you using mobile phones, right? Okay, fine. Tell me, uh, there is a service called prepaid and postpaid services. What is prepaid service means? We have to first pay, then we will use services. Postpaid means firstly we will use services, then we have to pay next. For example, I want to fly in Indian Airlines. Is it prepaid or postpaid? We have to pay, but otherwise they will not enter. Postpaid means first we have to use service, then we have to pay the amount. So in the same manner, electricity bill or electricity service is a postpaid service. I think first of all, do you know electricity? What is electricity? Yeah, this is electricity. Yeah. So electricity is a postpaid service. So even in our homes or else any commercial places, we can see we will use normally 1 month. After that, one person will come, they will generate the bill. We have to pay on due date. So that is a postpaid service. Yeah. Listen carefully. Again, same here also. There are only 5 concepts in this chapter. If the question comes from this chapter, majority, there are 99% chances are there they can ask only from these 5 areas. They can't go beyond these 5 areas. Area number 1, security deposit. Area number 2, depreciation. Area number 3, cost of capital. Area number 4, return on equity. Area number 5, these are the only areas they can test 7 marks question. Okay, no? Yeah. First one, concept number one, security deposit. Just now we discussed electricity is a postpaid services. For example, I am producing electricity services and they are my customers. For example, all those three have started a startup company. So they purchased my electricity services. They use it for 1 month. So their bill, their first month bill is, for example, 20 lakhs. They are not paying on due date. Tell me what will happen. Is it profit or loss to electricity company? 100% loss. Already I have given services to that startup company. Similar kind of customers are there. For me, 100 customers, out of 100, 99 customers are defaulted customers only. That means total investment is gone. So this is the scenarios where maybe electricity companies get loss. If I convert into prepaid services, it might not be work out for all the people, especially below poverty line people. They can't pay it in advance because their usage is very minimal usage. So that is the reason we can't go for prepaid services. We have to go for postpaid services only. If I go for postpaid services, there may be some bad debts like these three people. Tell me what happened. Think in company's perspective. Company means electricity company perspective. I have to give postpaid services. I'm ready to give postpaid services. What is the problem? There is a loss of default, like a bad debts, like these three fellows. In such case, Electricity Act says, you don't worry. Whenever you are giving services to the new customer, please take some amount as deposit. Actually, this concept is there in some kind of corporate colleges in +1, +2. Actually, I can't reveal those colleges names, Chaitanya and Narayana. So in those what happened? Yeah, in those colleges, generally, they will collect 3 or 5,000 from each student whenever they are giving admission. That amount is called caution deposit, CD. That deposit is not part of fees. Every student has to pay 5,000 at the time of admission, or 3,000 subject to correction. They have to pay some 3,000 at the time of admission. If anything loss happened or occurred because of that student, they will reduce amount from that caution deposit. If nothing is there, they will give you the full amount at the end of +1 or +2 whenever you are leaving the campus. Here also same. Whenever you are giving new services to new customer, whenever you are giving connection to new customer, take some amount as a deposit. If they defaulted in payment of bill, adjust the deposit amount. Actually, nowadays everybody has mobile phones, including beggars. But in olden days, there are no such kind of connectivity. Actually, my uncle, nothing but my father's brother is a Indian Army employee. So at that time, we had a landline connection. Still I remember, at the time of taking connection, we deposited 1,800 rupees. I asked that person whenever he is taking that money, why you are collecting this 1,800 rupees? He said, same thing whatever I told you. If we unable to pay the bill amount, they will adjust that amount to the bill amount. For example, our telephone bill is 800 rupees. Our deposit is 1,800 rupees. If we are not paying any amount, what they will do? They will adjust that 800 from that 1,800. They will disconnect your connection. Here also same. Whenever you are giving connection to a new customer, take some amount as a deposit. Which deposit? Security deposit. What is security here? Security means if they defaulted, I can use that security. If they are not defaulted throughout their life, I will give that amount to back whenever they don't need any services from me. Just like your caution deposit. What is caution deposit concept? If nothing loss occurred because of any student, they will give entire amount back at the time of relieving. Here also same. If there is no default in payment until your last services, they will give your money back. That is security deposit. Still, I can give one more example. For example, dairies, milk dairies. Especially in Vizag, there is a dairy called Vishaka Dairy. In Vijayawada, there is a dairy called Vijaya Dairy. In Guntur surrounding, there is a dairy called Sangam Dairy. All these dairies are generally they focus on district level. You can't see Visakha Dairy for shops in Guntur or Vijayawada. Similar vice versa. Actually, you can observe some number of shops like Vijaya Dairy in Vijayawada, Guntur, some places. But you can't see 100 or 200 shops at single area. You can maximum you can observe 2 to 3 shops in a single area, because they can't give a shop to everybody. For example, if you want to start a dealership of Vishaka Dairy or Vijaya Dairy in Newsweed, you have to pay 2 lakh rupees as a cost and deposit to that particular Vijaya Dairy. Then they will give you products every day. You have to sell it and give money back to them. You will get some amount of commission. Whenever you don't need the dealership, you will get the 2 lakhs back. That is security deposit for the Vijaya Dairy people. Here also same. Whenever electricity company is giving a connection to new customer, they will charge some amount as a security deposit. What is the purpose of the security deposit? Generally, electricity is a post-paid service. There is a loss of bad debt. To cover that bad debt risk, they will charge some amount as a security deposit. So concept number 1, security deposit. What is security deposit? There is some electricity bill. It is a sample copy. You can observe. Where is the name? I think there should be. Where it is? Okay. Yeah, it's related to some person who is irrelevant for me. Yeah. Okay. What happened? Yeah. So you can observe security deposit 1200 rupees. Actually, this bill belongs to case Varnalata. It is a Google takeout. Okay. So 1200 rupees is a security deposit. What is the current month bill of Swarnalata? 983 rupees. If she pays this 983, no problem at all. If she defaulted, what will happen? They will adjust this 983 from this 1200. Then there is no such kind of bad debt from Swarnalata. Then electricity company can feel happy because no bad debt. Okay, no? So whenever you are paying this deposit, you will get this kind of receipt from company, not relevant for our exam. If you need refund, you can make an application, then they will disconnect your services and they will give you your money back. Now tell me, here who is taking security deposit? Electricity company from customers. Now think with your accounting brain. Whenever electricity company is taking deposit from the customer, think with your accounting brain, is this income or expenditure or asset or liability? 100% liability only. Why liability? Whenever I got the deposit, either I have to give services to that customer or else I have to refund their money back. Whenever an obligation is there, already I told you so many times in your group 1 accounting, rights are assets, obligations are liabilities. Now obligation is with the electricity company. What is that obligation? Either they have to provide services or else they have to refund their money back. This is our obligation, that is our liability. And use your common sense if you have, and journal entries. Tell me, what is journal entry at the time of receiving security deposit? Huh? You are receiving cash, no? So bank account debit to security deposit account. That's it. On receipt of deposit, bank account debit to security deposit account. What is the logic? Why you are debiting bank account? I am receiving it. Why you are getting security deposit account? That is my liability. You tell me. That means in simple sense, we have taken loan from customer, I can say. It is similar to loan only. Definitely, whenever that is a liability, we have to pay interest, obviously. Who has to pay interest? Company to customer. But in practical sense, we don't pay, but we have to write due entry first of all. What is due entry? This is due entry. Interest account debit to interest accrued on security deposit account. Accrued means we are not yet paid. That is payable amount. So first entry on receipt. What is the entry? Bank account debit to security deposit account. Second entry, interest entry. What is interest entry? Interest account debit to interest. All of you can participate. There is no kind of GST or SGST and customs duty. You can participate it. Yeah, I already you know that I'm very much expert in Sanskrit. You know why I'm not using it, because we are on live. So second entry for making interest. What is the entry? Interest account debit to interest accrued on security deposit account. Third one, actually now electricity company has to pay amount to the customers. Normally we use it to see, or we can see customers will pay bill to the company, but we can't see electricity company will come to each and every home, they will pay interest. Instead of paying, they will adjust your bill. For example, here what? For example, here Swarnalata deposit is 1200 rupees. Imagine interest rate 10%. How much 1200 into 10% means? 120. They will not pay 120 to Swarnalata Akka. What they will do instead of? In next month, for example, next month bill is 800. They will reduce 120 and they will charge only 680. Are you getting my point? This is called adjustment of bill. On adjusting interest accrued on deposit in consumer bill. What is the entry for it? Here credited, no? Here debited. Interest accrued on security deposit account debit to. Here sales means services only, nothing more than that. These are the only three entries in this concept number 1, nothing more than that. Very, very easy concept. Concept number 1, security deposit. First of all, why electricity companies will take security deposit? What is the reason behind it? Why? Because this is a post-paid service. There is a chance of bad debt. So instead of overcoming that bad debt risk, Electricity Act says take some amount as a security deposit. How much, that is irrelevant for us. Whenever you are taking, what is the entry? Bank account debit to security. Why you are debiting bank account? Because I am receiving cash. Why you are creating security deposit account? That is my liability. Second one, who has to pay interest? Who has to pay interest? Electricity company to the customer. What is the entry for it? Interest account debit to interest accrued on security. Why you are debiting interest account? That is our expenditure as per rule number 3. Why you are creating interest account? This is also liability. We have to pay. What is the third entry? Instead of paying, we are adjusting. What is adjusting entry? Interest accrued on security deposit account debit to. Here sales turnover means consumer bill services only. So very, very basic thing. Only 3 entries. First entry is receipt. Second entry, interest due. Third entry, adjustment of that interest. Use your common sense. Deposit means what is our liability only. When receiving, what is the entry? Bank account debit to security deposit account. What is interest due entry? Interest account debit to interest accrued on security deposit. What is third entry? Adjusting that interest. What is the entry? Interest accrued on security deposit account debit to. Here what happened? Credited, debited, completed, closed. First entry, bank to deposit. Second entry, interest account debit to interest accrued on deposit. Third entry, interest accrued on deposit account debit to sales turnover. So every entry is tallied. Only 3 entries from this concept number 1. Are you all clear with it, Andy? First of all, tell me what is our chapter name? Accounting for electricity. How many concepts we are going to discuss? What are those 5? Security deposit, depreciation, cost of capital, return on equity. So first one is tell me, is it asset or liability or income or expenditure or profit or loss? Liability only. So how many entries we have to write here? First entry is at the time of receipt of deposit. What is the entry for it? Bank account debit to security deposit account. Why you are debiting bank account, sir? You are receiving cash through bank. Why you are getting security deposit? That is our liability. Second entry at the time of creation of interest. What is interest entry? Correct. Correct. So why you are debiting interest account? Because that is my expenditure as per rule number 33. Rule number 3. Why you are creating interest account security deposit? This is also liability. What is third entry? We have to adjust that interest in a bill. What is the entry? Interest accrued on security deposit account debit to. That's it. Concept number 1 is done. Apart from this concept, remaining all you have to remember. All these you have to remember. I will tell you. Don't worry about it. This is the only concept. Some accounting is there. Remaining all are very easy and no concept is hidden in remaining concepts. Yeah, write down first of all copy. Yeah, Sunday is exam day. Syllabus is 25 marks from our banking companies. So 2 questions which we discussed in our class only, and 5 MCQs. 5 MCQs, all 5 from concept number 3. What is concept number 3 in banking companies? I asked all questions from the provisions amounts. Okay, no? You can answer main descriptive questions in easy manner because already we covered those 2 problems. I think today would be the last class on YouTube live. From tomorrow onwards, we'll go with recordings. Then it will be more friendly. Where is Soumya? Yeah, hi. Spandana, are you there? Sir, complete banking companies as soon as possible. That means by tomorrow evening, your banking company should be completed. If you don't have time, sit on Sunday. After examination, prepare all those questions. That means by this weekend, your banking company should get completed in all aspects. In MCQ, descriptive, theoretical part, in every area. Now your question or doubt is, where is material? I knew that. Notebook undi kada. That is enough right now. Go with that concept. If you need questions, you can get it from old books. I think we have some old materials. I'll tell you to distribute at least for 2 person single book. Yeah, concept number 1, security deposit. Kavya garu, please copy that pic as well. Yeah, sure. Chittidali, what happened? Kirti? Only 3 entries. First one is at the time of receipt of deposit. Second one is at the time of creation of provision on interest. Nothing but interest due entry. Third one is adjustment of that interest. What is receipt of deposit entry? Bank account debit to security deposit account. Second one, interest due entry, interest account debit to interest accrued on deposit account. Third one, adjustment of that interest in bill of consumer. So entry would be interest accrued on security deposit account debit to sales turnover. Here sales turnover is nothing but bill services rendered only. Is it done, sir? Mahesh M. స్టాఫ్ రూమ్కి వెళ్ళు, బుక్స్ కార్నర్ ఉంటుంది కదా, పేపర్ నెంబర్ 10, కార్పొరేట్ అకౌంటింగ్ ఆడిట్, టేక్ వన్ బుక్. Yeah, all of you look at question number 1 is on your screen, related to the concept number 1, nothing but security deposit. Consider the following information provided by ABC Power Supply Company Limited. So the company is electricity company, so we can observe the same by reading that company's name itself. Security deposit received from a customer on 1/10/2020 for 2 lakh rupees. So they are receiving how much? What is the date of receipt? What is the entry on the date? Bank account debit to security. How much? Done. Interest rate applicable was 8% for 2021, 9% for 21-22. Different rates, no issue. So first of all, we received a deposit on 1/10/20. What is the next balance sheet date? 31st March 21. How many months? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 5 months. So what is the bill amount? Sorry, not bill amount, deposit amount, 2 lakh rupees. So 2 lakh rupees into what is the interest rate for current year? 2 lakh into 8% into 5/12. So here we receive deposit only on 1/10/2020, not on year beginning. So we have to give interest only for 5 months, not for entire 12 months. So how much? What is the entry for it? Interest expense account debit to interest accrued on security deposit account. Next, what happened? First of all, the accrued interest for the year is adjusted against the bill. Of course, they'll adjust as per our expectation. When they will adjust? For the immediate next quarter, I will tell you what to do. Journalize the above transactions. Journalize means they are asking you to write journal entries. So you also give a heading. Let's write together. Question number 1, electricity companies. Or else just listen and please help me out. So what is the question number? 1. What is the date of receipt of deposit? 1/10/20. What is the entry on it? Bank account debit to security deposit. How much? 2 lakh rupees. So this is the first entry at the time of receipt. Next, what we have to write entry for interest due. When we have to pay interest generally? At year end only. What is the year end date? Next March. Next March means 31st March 20. We know the interest entry. What is interest entry? You can write interest account debit to interest accrued on security. How much, sir? We know interest rate. How much interest rate? What is the deposit first of all? Can I write 2 lakh into 7%? No. Why? Because it is only for 5 months. We received on 10th. So 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. 5 months only. So 2 lakh into 7% into 8%. 8% into 5/12. Sorry? Are you sure? 6 months, no? Yeah, 6 months. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. 6 months. How much? 8,000. So we recorded receipt entry, second entry, deposit entry. What is the next entry? Adjustment entry. Look at the question, when they are adjusting in the immediate next quarter. Already we had a discussion of quarter in banking companies, concept number 2. Am I right? Yeah, concept number 2. There is a question with respect to shares. So quarter means how many months? 3 months. What is the next quarter then? April, May, June. Nothing but 30th June 21. This is the next quarter. What is entry for adjustment? Interest accrued on security deposit account debit to sales turnover. How much? Entire 8,000. First year is completed. Next year, what is next year? What is the next entry? When it will comes next entry? Second year ending. What is second year ending? 31st March 22. What is entry? Again interest entry. What is interest entry? Interest account debit to interest on security deposit. How much deposit amount? 2 lakh. What is the percentage? 9%. Superb. Interest rate has been changed. Excellent. But here full year, not 6 months. Full year means 18,000. Again we have to adjust in next quarter means again same. Next 3 months. 30th June 22. What is the entry? Interest accrued on security deposit account debit to sales turnover account 18,000. That's it. Your answer is completed. You can write n number of it, but 2 are enough. Are you getting my point? First, I recorded entry for receipt. What is the entry? Bank account debit to security deposit account. Second entry is interest due entry. When to record interest due entry? Year end. What is the year end? 31st March 21. How to get it? Deposit into interest rate. But what happened? We received only up to 6 months only. How 6 months? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 6 months only. So 2 lakh into 8% into 6/12, nothing but 8,000. What is the next entry? So we have to adjust the interest in a sales turnover. What is the entry for it? Interest accrued on deposit account debit to Sir, what is the date of this entry, sir? They'll tell you they will adjust in next immediate quarter. What is the immediate quarter for March? 3 months. April, May, June. For next year, when we have to record entry, again interest entry. When is interest entry? Year end. What is year end? 31st March. What is the entry? Same entry. Interest account debit to interest accrued on security deposit. Here, interest rate has been revised. They are giving that 9% in 21-22. 2 lakh into, why I am writing here 6 by 12? Because here it is with us for entire year. So 18,000. Next immediate quarter, 30th June, we are adjusting it. Entry is interest accrued on deposit account debit to sales turnover. Answer is done for 7 marks. But you have to give working notes for this and this. Are you able to understand, sir? So what is our concept number 1? Security deposit. So how many entries generally? First entry is at the time of receipt. Second entry is interest due. Third entry is adjustment of interest. What is first entry for receipt? Bank account debit to security deposit. When to record this entry? Whenever you are receiving, that's it. Second entry is interest due. What is interest due entry? Interest account debit to interest accrued on. When to record this entry? Balance sheet date. Correct, no? Third entry. What is third entry? What is adjustment entry? Interest accrued on security deposit account debit to sales. When to record this entry, they will tell you. Maybe in your main exam, they tell you they will adjust after 6 months. Then you have to write after 6 months means you have to count. After March, 6 months means April, May, June, July, August, September. 30th September 2021, whatever it is. They will tell you. You have to find the date. They are telling us immediate quarter. Immediate quarter means 3 months. 3 months means April, May, June, 30th June. What is entry? Interest accrued on deposit account debit to first year comes. Second year again we have to repeat this entry. Why I am not repeating this entry? Receipt is only once in a lifetime. So this entry I have to repeat it. When to repeat it? Next balance sheet date. Next adjustment, done. You can write next year, but this is enough. 2 years. Are you getting my point, sir? You can expect same question in your main exam as well. Okay, no? Yeah. Copy. Question number 1. What about narration, sir? Is it required in examination? If the same question asked in your exam, is narration required or not? If you need marks, required, otherwise not required. Tomorrow I will check your notebooks. From tomorrow onwards, I will be back. Okay. Record it. Yeah, fine. So out of 5 concepts, successfully we completed concept number 1, nothing but security deposit. Concept number 2, depreciation. I think you all are expert in depreciation. SLM, cost minus your value by life into 100. Correct, no? Cost of asset minus your value by expected life of asset. Yeah, correct. Listen. Normally, we know the depreciation concept. Tell me with your accounting brain, we have different methods of depreciation, right? Tell me 2 methods apart from SLM and WDV. Sinking fund. Blinking fund. No blinking. Annuity method. Sum of years digits method. Number of units method. So n number of methods are there, but in India we are majorly using SLM and WDV. Okay, we follow WDV for our convenience. And tell me, for example, a Geetanjali, he started a business, so she bought one asset and she decided to follow WDV method. Definitely she has to take some percentage, right? 10 or 20 or 30. Who will tell that percentage to Geetanjali? Who will tell that percentage to Geetanjali? Nobody will tell. She has to decide based upon her usage, her expectations, her expected usage, life of asset and scrap value, whatever it is. Generally, in our sole proprietorship or partnership, business entities will decide rate of depreciation. But coming to electricity companies, you are not right person to decide depreciation rate. Act itself has given some depreciation rates. They have given some list of depreciation rates. So you have to remember all those rates. I think we have some 20 or 30 items and rates. There is no concept on it. You have to remember it. No other option with you. I will show you the list. These all are assets names and depreciation rates. You have to remember all these rates. In electricity companies, selecting method of depreciation is not in the hands of company. Selecting the rate is also not in the hands of company, because Act has given rate of depreciation. Every company should follow these rates. They are telling asset names and rate. You have to follow these rates only. So how to remember these rates? Even I don't know. You have to remember it. But that is not easy to remember all these rates. But if you observe last 10 attempts question paper, they have not even tested even one time as a 7 marks question. Once they have tested an MCQ. Even I am not expecting for your attempt also. Still, I don't want to take a risk in the coaching session at least. Let's see. They are giving assets names. First one, land under full ownership. If that is your own land, what is the rate of depreciation for land normally? No depreciation, 0%. If that is a lease land, definitely we should depreciate it rate of 3.34%. Who has given this rate? Act only. Which act? Electricity Act 2003. Next one, plant and machinery in generating means electricity generating stations, rate 5.28. Cooling towers and circulating water system, all this related to electricity only, 5.28%. Hydraulic machines, 5. All these color in 5.28, these are 3.34, these are 0 or 100%. And buildings and civil engineering works, 3.34. If it is a temporary wooden construction, 100%. Transformer substation equipment, 5.28. Switch gears and cable connections, 5.28. Lightning arrestor, 5.28. Batteries, 5.28. Overhead lines, 5.28. Electricity meters, 5.28. Self-propelled vehicles, that means vehicles which runs on their own, 9.50. ACs, static AC, 5.28. Portable AC, 9.50. Street light fittings, 5.28. Furniture, 6.33. Motors on lease, 6.33. Machinery on lease, 9.50. Communication equipment, 6.33. IT equipment, 15%. Any other assets, 5.28. We have 23 assets altogether, including other assets. So they have given at actual majority rate is 5.28. We have 4 rates, I think. One is 5.28, 3.34, and 9.50, 6.33, 0, 100. 0 is only for one asset, that is own land. 100% is only for one asset, temporary wooden construction. 15 is only for one asset, that is IT equipment. These are the unique rates. 6.33 only for 2 assets, 3 assets. One is furniture, second one motor on lease, third one communication equipment. Remaining all are either 5.28 or 3.34. 3.34 is for lease land, buildings and civil engineering works, and only 2. That's also. Remaining all are 5.28%. 9.50 is self-propelled vehicles, portable ACs, and machinery on lease. There is no shortcut to remember all these rates. So at least for the sake of your convenience, I divided into different color formats. All are similar rates in one color. But there is no concept on it, how to remember. Why, if you ask me, why 3.34, why not 4.34, I don't have answer, because it's given by the act itself. Some people will say, sir, why 5.28? What is the criteria for that percent? Ask act. I can't do anything. I'm here just to tell what is in act. That's it. I will come. Please wait for one more day. Okay. So this is the concept number 2, depreciation. They will ask you weighted average depreciation. If they ask a question, formula is total depreciation by total asset. You should ignore free land, that means own land, because no depreciation on it. Till now they have not asked a question from this area. Even for you also I am not expecting, but I told you. So while coaching is our first step, preparation is second, revision is third. I will tell you with 100% confidence on day before exam you can skip this area, but right now I can't do that. That is not ethics. So right now this is also important for us. Please try to remember in your own style. Maybe you can create some cheat codes or whatever it is if you observe it. Okay, but in examination point of view, please don't feel it as a pressure. How can I remember all those things? Don't worry. I will tell you how to do day before exam or else before your revision exams, whatever it is. Right now, just take it as a one of the concept. Don't take pressure to remember all those things. Even you can remember it, but very easy. Let me tell you how to remember it. First one, 0% is only for one asset. What is that one asset? 100% is only for one asset. What is the logic? Temporary wooden construction, temporary only, that is will be only for short term, 100%. 15% is only for one asset, that is software persons, IT equipment. 3 rates, 3 assets already done. And let's focus on unique rates. 3.34 lease land, buildings and civil engineering works. Only those two. 3.34. What are those? Lease land, buildings and civil engineering works. Next one, next unique rate is 6.33 for 3 assets: furniture, motor on lease, communication equipment. Next rate is 9.5. Machinery on motor on lease is 6.33. Machinery on lease is 9.5. Portable AC 9.5. Self-propelled vehicles 9.5. That's it. Remaining all are 5.28. That's it. If you are unable to remember also, don't worry. Nothing will happen because they will not ask a question in your exam, main exam. Maybe they can ask in your weekend exams. Okay? Yeah, that's it. Concept number 2. We have one problem on it. But they will ask you weighted average, how to do it. So weighted average rate of depreciation, normal rate formula, total depreciation by total cost of, we should ignore own land. Why should we ignore own land? Because land is a non-depreciable asset. So we should ignore depreciation, we should ignore cost also. But what is the difficulty in concept number 2? We have to remember all these rates. Still, let's try to remember at least half of those rates. So I don't open it. Let's try whether are we able to remember or not. 0% is only for own land. They can say freehold land. That means own land. Second one, 100% is for temporary wooden construction. Number 3, 15% is for IT equipment. IT related communication. Communication is 9.50. Am I right? Yeah, no. 6.33. 2 more rates are there with that: motor on lease and furniture. 6.33. And 3.34 is only for 2 assets: lease land, buildings and civil engineering. Personally, I am against to this remembering concepts. For example, if you qualify your CMA, is it necessary to remember? You can easily open Google and know that you can apply it. Why should I remember all this nonsense? For journal entries or else accounting, you should aware of it. What is the concept behind remembering? Nothing concept here. Why should I remember? Why should student remember? Why should waste his space in the brain for this nonsense? I don't accept at all this kind of things, but I can't do anything because that is not in my hands. Okay? Yeah. When I can give some chart for all these rates, you can use cheat codes, but I can't do anything. That's not my personality. So what is the final thing? Weighted average rate of depreciation. What is the formula for it? Total depreciation by total. But we should ignore land and land cost and land depreciation. One question is there. Just let's try. Are we able to do it or not? Question number. Yeah, just tell me. Land under full ownership, what is the rate? Into 0%. Second one, land under lease, 3.34. Buildings and civil engineering works, what is the rate? 3.34. Temporary erections, temporary wooden structures, temporary no, 100. IT equipment, self-propelled vehicles, self-propelled vehicles, man, 9.50 is for 3 assets: self-propelled vehicles, static ACs, portable ACs, machinery on lease. So how much? 9.50. Portable AC 9.50. Next one, other than motors, if anything, 5, what is that? Motors on lease, no? 7A. Sorry? Where it is? 3B, yeah. I think everything is missed. Tell me one by one then. Land under lease, how much? 0. Land under lease, how much? 3.34. Buildings or civil engineering works, 3.34. Rail